Bobby Bones.
A rough one this morning waking up. So your part tours, we'll share it with you. A couple months ago, one of our executives hit me up and said, hey, we need you to pre-record a Thursday show and come down and play golf with clients and speak with clients and then speak at an event. And so we finished the show on Wednesday and late Wednesday night. We flew into the Palm Beach airport and got like 5 hours sleep. I'm not complaining because we got to play golf and that's nice. And then the day just went all day. I made the mistake of taking a nap for like 12 minutes. And then you just feel worse. I got to the room, took a shower. I had a couple meetings I had to get to because we had a lot of executives there and clients. And I just thought, I'll just rest my eyes for a second. And I set my alarm and I woke up like 12 minutes later and just, it made me feel worse. A 12 minute. I need about, if I'm going to nap, about 30 minutes for it to be a full nap, or I just come away in the negative. So we did that. And then we had an event last night. I made some notes, which we didn't get until late last night either, which is why this morning was kind of rough for me waking up. If I were to go back, and because I've signed an NDA, I can't be super specific about it, but Eddie and I went to do a TV show, and they said cocktail, some weird dress code. And I thought, I shouldn't dress this up because there was another celebrity that was there as well. Now, I'm using the word celebrity because that's what they said I was. I went in as a celebrity. They brought in a second celebrity, so they had two celebrities there. And I thought, I know whoever the other celebrity is not going to dress like they're saying to dress. It was very elevated, but I'm still going to do it. And I wore suit, basically, jacket, button up. And then I get there, and the other celebrity was in just like a short sleeve with like some jewelry. And I was like, dang, I wasn't going to wear that. Mm-hmm. But they didn't go as hard as what the dress code suggested. So this event was happening, and I think I'm not going as hard as the dress code suggests. And I get there, and everybody's in a suit and tie. Everybody. Dressed out, as they say, to the nines. And I'm in some slacks and just a collared shirt.
Well, I feel like executives versus some other celebrity, that's a very different vibe.
But even the other talent, because they brought in some talent for this.
Oh, they were dressed up too?
Full suit, full everything. Yeah.
Did you know the other talent?
A lot of them, yeah. So they brought in some folks. The people that I did know were, well, I got to know Brady Quinn, who played football at Notre Dame and in the NFL, but he works for a company and works for Fox Sports television as well. They brought in a guy from like Steve Harvey's show. They brought in Clay and Buck. Sean Hannity was there. It was that type of crowd. And then they brought in, I think, probably the biggest spenders in the company or people they have great relationships with. And so they just create like this day, this play golf with the talent, get to know them. A lot of them we work with already. It's just to further cement the relationship. Sometimes just to make new friends. Like Eddie and I made new friends yesterday. And then we go to this big, real nice dinner. And then hopefully the relationship's better where if they're like, we need to spend more money, they spend with us, right? It's the goal. Mm-hmm. Very relationship centric, but you still have to perform. And I just wasn't dressed to what everybody else was. There's all these pictures where everybody, even Eddie, dressed suit, everything. And I'm just like giddy up clothes. Mm-hmm. I don't know if anybody else cared, but I definitely felt a little weird. And I'm always, hey, dress a little more than what the dress code says. But I just got burned like 3 weeks ago, showing up looking like an accountant when the other guy looked cool. So I was just going to show up looking not as accountant-y, but I felt very underdressed.
Well, did anybody say anything to you? Like our executives, like, hey, dude.
No, they wouldn't. Not there. I could get an email today. But even then, I don't think they're going to. What did you think?
I just feel, I don't understand. Like, at what point can you be George Strait and just show up everywhere with Wranglers, a starch shirt, and a cowboy hat? And even if it says formal, like even if it says cocktail attire, you're George Strait.
Yeah, but that's a Cowboys cocktail attire.
Yeah, so like Bobby, I feel like you should just have your look always. And if it's a cardigan and your glasses.
Did you have a cardigan?
No, but I do definitely have a look. And I do have, there's also artist fancy, which is what I didn't do on the first one, which is what I kind of did on this one. But then the other people that were talent didn't follow artist fancy. Mm-hmm. It's if you go to the CMAs, like you can wear a full tuxedo, or you can show up in like a little leather jacket and jeans. People are like, yeah, still that's artist fancy. He's dressing up for the event. So most of the time, I do get the benefit of the doubt to dress artist fancy. I just felt because nobody else was dressed the style that I was, that I kind of was a sore thumb there. It didn't bother me that much. I just kind of felt a little stupid.
Like Sean Hannity, I feel like he's always in a suit.
Yeah.
So that's kind of
That's
his
vibe,
thing, right?
Yep. But again, even Brady Quinn,
Dude, he was dressed to the nines.
I mean, this guy is so good looking and so giant. And he played quarterback. You would think the guy was an NBA player.
Amy, do you know him?
No.
Google him.
Okay.
Yeah, really good looking guy. And we get up early in the morning and they put us on a really like nice bus. It's not like a school bus.
No, they called it, what do they call it? Sprinter buses?
Yeah, but bigger than a Sprinter van.
A little bigger, yeah.
So we get on this bus. What do you see?
Yeah, he's like,
A model looking.
yeah. But I'm seeing younger pictures of him playing ball, and then now he's older.
Yeah, but he still looks like a model.
Right, I know, but he's not a current player.
Correct.
Like
No,
he's
Yeah, he's like an analyst now. I would
yeah.
imagine.
And in every photo of him doing whatever, he's a sports coat, tie, but like he's dressed up in every single picture.
I'd guess.
that's
I'd
normal
guess
for
he's
him.
probably 38 now. What does it say his age is?
41.
Okay. So we're on this nice bus. We're sleepy as crap. And we're going to the golf club to play. And he's sitting next to me, but I don't know that it's him. They don't tell us who's coming to this. And also, it was so early. So we're just kind of staggering down. And Eddie's sitting up a row from me. And I text him. I said, I think Brady Quinn is sitting next to me, one aisle over on the bus. Because there was an empty seat next to me because somebody like spilled something in it. I didn't know that. I sat in the other seat that I think people spilled something in. And because he's a big dude, but nobody's really talking a whole lot because it's early in the morning. And Brady Quinn looks at me and goes, hey, you buy Bones? And I was like, you Brady Quinn? He's like, yeah. Brady was the backup quarterback to Matt Castle, who I do my NFL show with. And he goes, I watch you guys podcast. Like, Matt Castle's the greatest guy ever. And so we kind of hit it off right there because we had a mutual friend. So I texted Matt. I was like, hey, what do you think about Brady Quinn? Because if he was like, nah, dirtbag, I don't know, just say hi. Matt's like, Brady's the greatest dude ever. And so got to know him. We went and played golf. It was very humid. Eddie whooped me around yesterday. I haven't played a whole lot, but he really put it on me. He played pretty good yesterday. We made some friends on the golf course. And then we got back to the clubhouse, and I had some work to do and a couple meetings to have. And Eddie had work to do, video work. And so we needed to get back to the hotel. And so I just go to the person who's handling for the company and say, hey, can we leave ahead of the bus? But this golf club is like in such a remote part of that Palm Beach area, West Palm Beach, whatever you guys want to call it. They're like, it's going to take 20, 30 minutes to get a car here. I'm like, that's fine. So Eddie and I sit in a corner, finally get in a car, we get back. I go have some meetings, take a shower, sleep for 12 minutes, and then we're up again doing the thing. And we had no food, no lunch. They had lunch, but we were going to have to stay there and eat. So we go back to this event. I get to put my clothes on, I get dressed, I go down, I feel like an idiot because I'm not dressed like everybody else. And they want me to speak. So
you didn't know you were speaking?
I did, but they didn't give me anything to speak about.
Okay.
So it was, hey, go up because there's going to be some PowerPoint and there's going to be the CFO talking, and that's very business. Go up and do your thing, but talk about how great the company is. Like, that's really the only notes they gave me. And so I don't really know when I'm going to speak. And so after steak, right?
Yes.
They brought the appetizer, then they brought the main meal, and then after steak, a guy gets up and he's like, all right, we're going to bring up one of our greatest talent, and I'm hoping it's going to be one of the other talent in there because there were like 7 in there. I didn't want to go first because there's no vibe in the room. And so, all right, Bobby Bones, come up. And I'm like, oh, man. So one of the things I'm happiest about in my career is that I spent probably 3 years doing stand-up nonstop and getting at my best okay at it, but I'm just comfortable in that environment. Even doing private gigs where the lights are on and people are sitting at round tables eating, like that really makes you capable. And so I wrote a few jokes for it, and I thought, I have no fear. I'm just going to go do the jokes, and people laugh, they laugh. And I get up and I lead it, and I say, hey, I'll just read. It's not gonna be that funny in the room here. It's maybe some of them weren't that funny last night, but I'll read you some of them. It said, let's see here. I started off. I said, hey, it's really cool to have a lot of the same talent in the room. A lot of times people, I saw Clay and Buck getting confused for each other. They do a show together. Yeah, they kind of look alike. I said, there's Brady Quinn. I think the joke, if I say it right, I think it was like, you know how many times I've been confused for Brady Quinn today? 0.
Yeah.
Gave a little beat, a little sad 0. It got a pretty good laugh. And I'm thinking, all right, they're listening. That's not a home run hitter joke, but I just wrote it. And I got to mention Brady Quinn again, which is pretty cool because he's pretty cool. And so we did that. And we would be driving around, and that is the richest place I've ever seen. That city is the richest place I've ever seen just in general. I've seen other cities like Los Angeles where they have parts that are rich. But everywhere we went, it was obscene looking. There was so much. It was yachts and
yachts everywhere.
Yeah. And so I said, how many of you guys actually live here? And some did, and they run their businesses from there. I said, first, you guys, the first time here, people are different here. I saw a woman walking a poodle this morning with jewels on its collar and leash because I did see that. And then I said, and then right after that, I saw another guy walking his financial advisor. That got a pretty good laugh. And I'm like, I'm in now. Okay, we're 2 in. This is not a room for comedy. I'm making fun of rich people. This is awesome. And then my third joke wasn't as strong, but I didn't know really like what was going to do the best. The hotel we were in, this is not the joke. The hotel we were in was obscene because you walk in, I don't even know how to explain it other than if you had like a grandma that was kind of rich and they made everything gaudy looking and you're like, is this stuff really valuable or just old or knick-knacky?
Yeah.
But everything in the hotel looked like it, but it was all very valuable. Like the ceiling was painted like the Sistine Chapel.
It looked like we were in Italy, but we were in West Palm Beach.
And everything was so fancy. And I said, this is the fanciest hotel I've ever stayed in. I spent 5 minutes in the elevator trying to figure out if those were buttons or some sort of precious metal. Got a decent laugh. Winded the spiel about the company. But what was funny was everybody while I was there taking pictures was asking me about Dancing with the Stars. I still get asked about that the most from people 55 and up. Every third conversation was Dancing with the Stars. So I got up and I told a couple stories about that and how I only won that show because of our relationship with our audience. Like they went to bat for me for sure over and over. And that's why we won. That's why they changed the rules. And so I turned that story into, hey, this is why, like, I think this works. I think this is why for advertisers, like if it works with us, this is why we can work for you guys. And it was good. And so the conversation was good and I walked off and we were flying out right when my speech was over. And so I did the room a little bit. Like I went to Rich, our CFO. I was like, you good with that? Because I kind of went rogue and just did jokes.
Like the jokes?
Just in general. Like, was he okay with the whole? Yeah. He was like.
What if he was like, no?
He would have said no. He'd have been like, wasn't what I was looking for. See you in a couple weeks.
That's tough.
Yeah, but I like it because I know how he feels. Man of little emotions that are camouflaged. Like, I enjoy that about him. And he was like, great job. Talked to a couple of other people, and then we got out of there. So I felt good about it. Weird room. Wasn't built for comedy. Had 3 jokes. 2.5 of them worked really well. Got in this morning. No, got in late last night. Woke up this morning. Felt like I've been hit by a truck. So if I'm a little off today, that's what's up. But we did tape the show yesterday at their request, which rarely happens. Where they're going, we need you to tape the show and just come down and do this thing. But I tell you this, so Eddie and I go, and I would say that I am not initially up on meeting at times the warmest because I'm always like, what is this person up to? I'm not good at small talk. Once we hit it off, like friends for life. But I'm always a little suspicious of people and what their intentions are. Not Eddie. Eddie loves everybody all the time. Eddie's like a lab. I want to be your best friend.
Oh, a Labrador.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. I love small talk.
It works.
It's my favorite.
I say when nobody on the bus was talking, everybody was asleep. You know who was talking? Eddie was up 2 seats up, talking his whole life story to this dude. I don't even know what business the guy's from.
No, he was head of sales of iHeart. I'm like, dude, we've never met before. This is crazy.
Oh, is that who it was?
Yeah.
They were just going to town, like talking it up. And even on the golf course, like we played with a couple of guys. And Eddie said this to me last night, and he's right. If you play a round of golf with somebody, there is a bond that is formed because you just spent 4 hours intimately with them. Like for business, that's where relationships happen, because we finished the round and we're sitting at our table eating dinner last night, and one of the guys that we were with from St. Louis has a company. He comes up and is like, "Did you guys ever get that beer you left?" I mean, it's like our best friend.
Yeah. Out of the whole room, automatically, you're like, oh my gosh, like he's a long lost friend. Good to see you again.
We just spent 4 hours with him, and 45 minutes later, we're like, "What? You wear normal clothes?" Like, it's a thing.
Yeah.
The other guy we played with, name was John. He works in like precious metals, gold, silver. Oh, you got to come on the show and talk to us about like stuff like, because we want to talk about stuff like this. And so turns out he's like awesome. Like cycles 100 miles every other week. And so I got his email this morning. I was like, I'm going to email John for my personal email. That's my new friend. Like, he's not even trying to email me. Like, I'm trying to email him.
Yeah.
So that was our day yesterday. It's a long one. And I wouldn't say it was fun, but it was worth the trip, right?
Oh, I thought it was fun. Like, I had a blast. Being able to play golf is
Especially
and
somewhere
work.
it sounds like it was really nice.
I just feel the
Yeah.
pressure to all, and
Like-
those things where I have to like be there. I feel like I have to perform for like 14 hours at a time. I'm not really allowed to not be on.
Mm-hmm.
I think for me, that's why sometimes it doesn't
Yeah.
feel as fun.
I get that.
And those meetings in between, when I should have taken a longer nap, but I couldn't. Those hurt. Oh, those hurt bad.
You didn't go to the beach at all?
Eddie went to the beach. I said, I forgot about that. So we were.
It was literally outside the hotel door. I'm like, how are we not going to the beach? It's right there.
I'm trying to figure out what hotel y'all were at.
We couldn't get in without going through security outside on the street to
Yeah.
get into the hotel.
Oh, wow.
This event was so insane that one Fazio, Elizabeth Fazio, who has a job of prominence in our company, she works with us on the syndication part of our company, but really a prominent, respected job, has a lot of responsibility. It was so important to them to have good people. She was the person at the table just checking in guests. Like she was doing the piece of paper. Okay, Wilson, check on the thing. Like they brought her down to do that.
Yeah.
And so, yes, is a wild. It's so much money down there. It's wild to see all the yachts just right there. Oh yeah, and I go back and we put all our bags in Eddie's room. And our deal was when I start talking, Eddie was going to go up to the rooms, get our bags. So as soon as I was done talking, I could go and meet him in the car, and we would go to the airport. And so I was moving my bags over before we went down for the dinner. And he was like, "How'd it go?" I was like, "I had a couple meetings, a couple clients, and like the boardrooms here." And he goes, "Oh, I went to the beach."
I mean, you can't put me in a hotel right by the beach and me not see the beach. I had to go. I only went for like 30 minutes, but it was just, dude, I love it.
I think I found where y'all stayed. It does look like another country.
Let me see the name.
Did she get it?
Oh yeah, the only reason I know that because that logo was on the butter.
Yeah, but also look at the ceilings.
It was on the butter.
It was on the butter, and I didn't know what it
Yes.
was, and I can't,
just
my
went
vision's
through-
so bad. Yeah, that's it.
I just went through 10 hotels and I finally found the Sistine Chapel. The painted
I mean,
ceilings.
we didn't pay. I didn't pay for it. We didn't pay for it.
I know.
The company put us up.
That's
yeah.
why I know.
Amy, and he's not joking. That emblem was on the
Everything
butter.
on the butter, yeah.
And I didn't know what the hotel was called, but I do see
Well,
the
now
same
you do.
logo. Yeah.
Yeah, this looks grand.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then-
That's what it looks like rolling up to it.
That's exactly
That's
what
it.
it looks like. And there's a guard station outside of it where
Yeah.
they make sure that you.
That looks
With not security guards, police officers.
that's insane.
West Palm Beach police officers.
Cool. Well, that's fun. See, this is why I need to learn golf.
I mean,
If I was really good at golf, maybe I would get invited. Maybe. Think about it. I'm talking like, whoa, she can play.
I don't even think you need that much. I don't think you need.
Y'all have been golfing for years.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. I can do it.
I think you'd have probably been invited because like Sean.
I could check people in.
No, not
Not
that.
for
I'm saying it's
that.
one of the talent. Because Sean Hannity's like, I'm not sure her role on this show because I don't listen to Sean Hannity, but he had her there. I met her and talked with her for a long time.
Well, you had Eddie there.
No,
Eddie
I'm,
went because you went.
I'm talking about. I met her. There was somebody that wasn't
Right.
the main.
What does that mean?
Not to be rude.
No, be rude.
Well, what do you mean?
Say-
Okay,
say-
no,
I mean, what
I'm
you say.
thinking.
I went because Bobby went. Like, I wouldn't
I'm
have gone by
going
myself.
because yes, I'm saying it's not like you were invited and then and Bobby was invited. It's that Bobby was invited and he took you. I think. I could be wrong, but you can golf, you can mingle, you're good, like you can like talk to anybody, like you're a good, like it makes sense.
Yeah.
All of that matters.
Yeah.
The fact that Eddie's so great with clients and people is the reason I take him.
Well, I can talk to people.
Yeah, but you don't play golf.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's get it.
I know.
I think had it been different, it would have been you.
Did Sean Hannity's person play golf?
I don't know if Sean played golf.
Oh,
Because he lives there, I think. He lives down there.
that tracks.
But yeah, had it not been golf, it probably would have been you. But I do think
That's
you're
okay.
the only person from the show. If I couldn't go and they needed somebody, they would just send you by yourself. I think that would, not to a golf
To
event.
that, I
no,
feel
no.
like they
No,
just
you-
send nobody.
Not
You would
to
do
that.
great. You would
If
do
you
great.
couldn't go.
You wouldn't go. You wouldn't play golf. You just go to the rest of the stuff. You do great. But I think you would go. But Eddie goes because he's like my emotional support animal in those situations.
Interesting. Therapy dog.
No.
Don't touch Eddie.
I'm telling you, there isn't a person on this show that is better with those small talk situations than Eddie is.
Mm-hmm.
And they know that too. Like Julie, our boss, knows that. She's like, yeah, Eddie kills it with these clients.
I mean, I don't know. It's weird, but I like those events. You walk in, there's a little music going, there's an open bar. Everyone seems happy and willing to talk. And like, man, you just say you got 4 kids. Oh my, you have 4 boys. And dude, it's over. We're talking for an hour at that point.
Yes, I need that.
Mhm.
Because I'm not really up for like music or events or people.
Everything I just
It's
listed.
just not really my thing as much.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what's up. I did text Amy during the event. They had a PowerPoint, and in the PowerPoint, they were trying to, make reference, and they were being funny that everybody's attention is on all these different things. And they showed a phone, and every one of the phones had red dots at like 500 to 1,000.
all the apps.
Yes.
Notifications.
And every app had, and so I sent it to Amy. I said, "Hey, how'd they get your phone on this?"
Yeah.
Is that funny?
Uh-huh.
Because we laughed.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get it. I think I reply back, ha.
Why did I write down Eddie's bald head talk?
Oh no. Oh, was it with Hosea?
Maybe these two dudes. I was sitting in the middle of 2 bald dudes.
But we know him, and he looked at my head. He said, "You finally joined the team, like awesome." And then I had to explain to him like there was a whole process. Bobby wanted to fly me to Turkey. I wore a hair system, and so
Then he pulled up the hair system picture and showed him.
yeah.
Maybe that's what
I had you check my head.
Eddie did have me. I don't know, but that wasn't a big deal. I don't think I made a note about that.
Okay.
Because that makes sense. Because if you're bald and you're having to shave your head,
You can't-
you
the back
need
stuff.
somebody to check your head.
Yeah, my kids are usually the ones that check my head
And he was like, "Check me."
That makes sense.
because man,
You
sometimes
could get a mirror and
In that hotel, you had to do it in a gold bar, and you couldn't really see as well
Right,
in
'cause
the
it's
gold bar.
so
reflection.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
wow.
a statue.
Yeah.
It looks
I don't know.
fancy.
So, something else that I posted on social media that ended up being kind of funny is that Brandon Ray, who is like my head of digital and travels and shoots and edits and it's all that, he is a great musician as well. Plays lead guitar for Raging Idiots, and he took some of the footage from Eddie and I in New York and put like a sitcom song on the top of it, and he sent it just out of nowhere. He goes, "Hey, I made this. This is funny," and so it's this song here. Hold on. This is us walking in New York. Here we go. And it's like hearts, and it's
cute.
so corny and funny.
Pretty cute.
And so we're playing golf, and I was like, "Hey, how hard is it to make a new song but the same theme?" He goes, "I don't know. I just replaced golf. We use the same file." And so we just took some footage from the golf thing. Here. So I was singing that all day.
Cute.
It's funny, some of the comments of people saying like, man, you guys look like it's so much fun to play golf with y'all.
No, we purposefully made those videos.
Yes.
For that.
I'm not carrying Bobby on my back through the sand trap.
Yeah.
And there was another one too where we do
That's
paper,
obvious.
rock, scissors. And what I do is when he does scissors, I like point to my wiener.
But that was organic. I really didn't know you were going to do that.
And so the they give you a caddy at this course. And so we don't know them. And the caddy doesn't, you get to talk to them and know them and stuff, but he doesn't like know what we do. And we're just having him shoot our videos.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's going, I get it. I kind of like it. Like you're gay, but you're not.
Oh,
That's what he
sorry.
said. That's what he said. He goes, you're actually kind of gay, but you're not gay. I get it.
And he's like,
But
that's,
if you were,
that's
it's cool.
funny.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Bobby, you just get on his back. That's funny.
Yeah, thanks.
I just pulled it up.
Yeah.
You hadn't seen it?
I don't know if I saw the New York one, but I hadn't seen
Isn't the
the.
music so funny?
Hadn't seen the. Yes.
I had nothing to do with it.
I hadn't.
That's all
seen-
Brandon.
Oh, you kissed him.
On the head.
On the head.
Yeah, and then Eddie's
Easy.
like this. What the? Oh,
I'm not
okay.
smiling.
Yeah, it's like a 90s sitcom.
Yeah, I see it now.
Funny, huh?
Bobby and
Eddie.
Eddie. Oh, I was telling them too that some sales guy came up to us yesterday. Was like, Bobby and
Yeah, it was
Eddie.
like singing this song back to us in the event last
Is
night.
that the song of the summer?
Oh,
That or Puerto Rico?
or the Parmalee
First
song.
time in San Juan.
Parmalee song, I think, is out today.
Is it out today?
I think so.
Let's go,
right?
baby.
Yeah.
That could be the song of the summer.
Well, they're saying it is.
Right.
It's Parmalee and Low Cash, and they're walking down the street, much like Eddie and I's video.
Yeah,
But I don't think they were doing it to be funny. I don't think theirs was absurd.
We look at it, you're like, wow, that's a lot like ours, huh?
And theirs is because if you like pina yeah, okay. So the real song is you like pina coladas and then now in the rain.
Getting caught
But
in the rain.
yeah, so I have to be careful because Facebook will flag us with
man.
if I sing anything.
Lame.
Their version is if you like old Shenandoah
Oh.
and Chattahoochee in the rain, or I don't know, but it's something like that. But they combine. It's a super team. Low Cash and Parmalee.
What do they call those? Like those bands that get together?
A super group?
Super group.
Basically Traveling Wilburys.
Yeah. But it's every member. They're all in it.
It's like, yeah, maybe they should have trimmed a couple. Well, Low Cash only has 2 people, though.
Right.
Right.
So that was our day yesterday. I don't think I have any other notes to give here. Amy, do you want to do your story?
Sure. So today is a big day, I guess, potentially for Elon Musk, because today's the day he could become a trillionaire because of the SpaceX
Going
to Wall Street.
Going public.
So you're probably like, well, what does $1 trillion even mean? What does that look like? If you're a trillionaire and you spent $1 billion on a single purchase, you just went out and you're like, oh, yeah, I'll buy that $1 billion on a Tuesday. That would be like someone with a net worth of $100,000 spending $100.
Yeah.
So it really is like,
There's never been a trillionaire. Now,
yeah, he's going to be the first. Right now he's worth $800 billion, and this could give him that extra 200 to put him over the top.
Is the company going to be worth $1 trillion, or is he going to be worth $1 trillion, or both?
His net worth would surpass. So net worth, it says, would surpass
$1 trillion bucks.
that, and so that means him being a trillionaire. So he's surpassing the GDP of countries like Ireland, Sweden, Israel. Here's another little fun way, because I mean, money's hard to when it gets that big. If you spent $2,400 every minute around the clock, it would take 289 days to spend $1 billion, which was like, oh, okay.
I'm lost.
No,
So
you're not.
Even in
So
that, it was too
follow
many
me.
numbers.
No, wait till I get to the. No, I'm trying to show you the difference between $1 billion and $1 trillion.
Well, so
stick with me.
Hold on, but $1 trillion is a
1,000
billion. I
Yes.
think that's a simple way to say
Well, I
it.
know, but I like this. So can I finish?
Can I finish?
If you, for the sake of it, I'm going to repeat.
Okay.
If you spent $2,400 every minute around the clock, it would take you 289 days to spend $1 billion. If you did the same thing with $1 trillion, same thing, it would take 792.5 years to spend it. With the billion, you can spend it in less than a year. $1 trillion? You'd have to be Methuselah.
Dang, Bible reference.
I mean, it's just crazy. He has, like, whatever. He has that much money.
So we can buy SpaceX stock.
Yeah, but people that experts I follow, they're like, it's too late. Stop. Don't get in on it. But I don't know.
It's not even public.
No, but we want to get in. You see all these other people that got in. There's like, I think 4,000 different people that are well, when he becomes a trillionaire today, potentially they are become worth 100 million. And they were in on it from the
now you're just buying it as a stock.
get-go.
Yeah. But so today, is it today?
Today's the day it's
So it goes public.
supposed to go public.
Right. So what you're saying is there have been investors that have been in it from the very beginning. I get it. We're not them. Like,
But you can buy the stock.
but to buy the stock, you're still, the day that it opened would be a good place to start.
More than 4,400 current and former SpaceX employees are expected to become multimillionaires through company stock, with roughly 400 of their holdings exceeding $100 million. That's crazy.
With my limited history of buying stocks, that is not always accurate. Sometimes it comes out in such a flurry, it's way higher than it settles.
Oh, the starting price.
Sometimes it comes out, and I just don't think there is a consistent right to let's buy on any specific day unless you have insider information. But then you
Like-
can also go to prison.
Well, I just
Like,
feel,
didn't Trump just do something like,
yeah, he bought UFC TKO stock,
Yeah, like
and then way after that was like, let's have a thing on the White House lawn, and then it went up, and he
for
made
my
a ton of
birthday?
money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, that's inside information.
that's cheating. Yeah.
That's like making it happen.
It like just, yeah, it's like,
That's
just happened.
So, but I feel like SpaceX has done stuff in space, but I feel like it's still unlimited. They can do way more.
Then you
so-
should invest if you feel that way.
Yeah. I wasn't saying not to. I just was like, with the hype around it, some people were thinking, oh, this is going to make me so much money.
I think it's a good. I think you're still kind of at the start of it.
Well, let's go.
Then hop in.
I think I'm going to. That's today.
Yeah, I don't know what they're estimating what each share
It
starts
says,
at.
I thought I read it somewhere.
We should quit stock talk.
Well,
love
mostly it was just, we've got our first trillionaire. Yay.
If there are hybrid humans, it's got to be the Elon Musk, Peter Thiel's. Like,
What do you mean? What's the hybrid? Human and what? Alien?
I don't like that word. but non-human origin.
That's it. NHO.
Sure.
NHOs.
Like, they just have so much, and I'm massive capitalist, no doubt about it. Without capitalism, I don't get to go from where I came from to where I am now. It's just such an anomaly that something's up.
The trillionaire part?
Just
The super billionaire part.
Yeah.
The Peter Thiel's of the world, Elon Musk's of the world.
just how separate they
the
are
Jeff
from everyone else.
Bezos's of the world. Bezos' story is interesting too because guy started from scratch. I mean, his family was rich, but he still had to have a great.
His family was rich?
great
I didn't
idea.
know that.
Yeah,
I thought
they
he
loaned
was just
him like $250,000 to start the beginning.
Okay.
I think his stepdad, if you look it up, his stepdad was wealthy. I'm
Okay.
gonna wait for Mike to give me some fact check on that because I'm going straight from the dome. And I ain't hating. So he may not be an alien. The other one's probably aliens.
Oh, you're going alien.
Well, Eddie
no,
called
not
it alien.
aliens.
I thought you were going maybe like
Hybrid of
NHOs.
non-human origin.
Oh, HNHOs.
Well, no, I'm not doing hybrid of. I'm just doing non-human origin. Mike, when you find your Bezos information, please share with us. I do believe it was his stepdad, maybe. All right, let's go to Lunchbox, your story.
Yeah, there was a woman in New Jersey. She went out on the town, night out. She came home or came to her friend's house, and she went missing. They couldn't find her. And she fell down the trash chute from the 14th floor down to the 4th floor, but there was so much trash backed up that it stopped her fall. She's alive.
Oh, okay, good.
she's
I thought she
alive?
Yeah.
suffocated.
There was so much trash backed up.
Yeah.
Wow.
But how did they find her?
I mean, she's probably
She's
screaming.
screaming?
Right?
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
At some point, you say she was drunk.
Yeah, drunk.
At some point, you sober up
You pass out first, probably.
and you wake up like this. Ah!
Where am I?
Dang. Good thing they ain't been taking the trash out.
Yeah, ours doesn't have a compact thing. Because you hear people,
yeah.
sometimes they
Oh.
go to sleep in dumpsters.
To get crushed.
That
and they,
sucks.
yeah, ugh, the worst.
Mike, what'd you see?
Yeah, he was an engineer at ExxonMobil and gave him about a billion. Sorry, 245.
Whoa.
Jeff Bezos' stepdad?
Yeah, Miguel Mike Bezos. And then he invested in Amazon early on, so now he has $30 billion.
Stepdad wasn't even his bio dad.
And he got his name.
You got to impress the real mom, you know.
But I mean, Jeff took his name.
It's
So
probably,
Yeah.
probably for $250,000.
I'll take any.
Yeah. No, I don't know. But
well, you can adopt. Like my half brother and half sister, they took their. That's so weird to me because my dad was still kind of like in their life, and they took their stepdad's name.
Traitors.
So I don't even have the same last name as him, even though we have the same dad.
Traitors.
And the fact that my dad was like, "Yeah, cool." What? No.
But can you force them to keep
No,
the name?
well, I think my dad could have put in a little more effort to be like, you know? But I think that's why that his ex-wife was like, look, you do you. I'm getting remarried. He's going to adopt the kids legally. It is what it is. And my dad's like, okay, that's fine.
Fair
I'm
enough.
having these other two kids over here, Amy and Christy. They'll keep my last name. I don't know. That's just been weird to me as an adult looking back now on that. And too late. Can't address it now. But then sometimes people are like, wait, y'all have the same dad, but y'all don't have the same last name. And I'm like, no. Weird, right?
I never
Is it-
considered taking Arkansas Keith's last name.
Yeah, but had you, it would have made sense because your dad was a deadbeat. My dad wasn't.
Don't you talk about my dad like that.
What'd you call him?
I get pissed.
He was.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I feel, whatever.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, I know. But that's the thing. Like, my dad wasn't. So it's just weird.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I see.
Maybe. Nah, I don't even. I want to put myself in what.
I just think emotionally he wasn't involved. He sort of was detached and he's like, okay. I feel like I would be like, no, he can adopt them, but well, I don't know that I would even let them adopt them. What's the point? There's no point. It'd be like if I got remarried right now and my boyfriend or my new husband adopted Stevenson and Ben was like, cool. That's so weird.
That'd be weird.
That would be weird.
And I think I was too old when my mom married Arkansas Keith
But
because I was like 12
Sure.
or 13. If I was like 5 and
He
my
did it?
biological dad was gone, and it was, I think
it would have made sense.
possibly,
Yeah.
because then I had the same last name as my mom. And
Mm-hmm.
people will message me and go, why do you call Arkansas Keith your ex-stepdad just because your mom's dead? That's not why I call him my ex-stepdad.
It's just for clarity.
They divorced before my mom died.
Yeah.
So even if my mom was alive, he'd be my ex-stepdad. My mom's dead, he's my ex-stepdad. He's my ex-stepdad regardless of if my mom's alive or dead. So that's why. And I don't always say that, but sometimes people go, what's the relationship? Well, he was my stepdad for like 6 years. It was awesome. He was awesome.
Yeah, and I don't think you've ever said ex, really. You just say he was my stepdad.
I've
I've
said
heard you
ex a
say
couple
ex.
times.
Ex?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a couple times. But again, I don't throw it out there.
Yeah.
It's like my ex-stepdad.
But you're right. They did get divorced before she died.
Yes.
It's
Makes
just
sense.
like, I have, yeah.
I wouldn't call him my ex-stepdad if they were still together when she died.
Ex stepdad sounds so weird.
Well, I
Like
have an
ex-girlfriend.
ex-stepmom, but I rarely called her stepmom. I always said my dad's wife.
Oh, right.
Probably a difference of closeness, I would imagine, because Arkansas Keith and I were very close, obviously, because we still are without any sort of.
I know. What's crazy is she was with my dad from when I was 9 to 30 something. I don't remember the year they got divorced. 33. So 9, 19,
That's a lot of years.
29, 20. Right. When they got done, I have not heard from her since. Nothing. I have no idea.
Really?
Nothing. Not a peep. Not
does
a
that
peep.
does that hurt your feelings?
Well, it just more so confirms probably why I had the desire in me to call her not my stepmom and my dad instead of my dad's wife. And my dad would be like, she loves y'all. Does she? Because I feel like, or maybe emotionally she ran away. I will say she did thoughtful things for me. She was very like, Christmas was always special. She was very good at like wrapping gifts. Like that was her fun. She loved making a theme. And so things were very thoughtful. So like on your birthday, there was always a theme. And then like in college, she really helped me decorate my rooms. Like she would help me have a theme. I think she liked themes, which was good. I mean, and my dad would do the handiwork. I remember like my bedroom in college was really cool thanks to them. Like they came for a weekend and did all this work. And I'm like, wow, they care. But then no, just disappeared, nothing. And like my sister's kids, like she was their grandma for a while. Nothing. Nobody's heard nothing. No clue. Don't even know.
Step grandma, huh?
Yeah, but to the kids, that's Papa's. What
What would the kids call her?
probably her nickname, whatever it was.
Yeah, you don't have to say it. I know it.
So I don't know. It's just weird because they had my mom as their grandma too, but then that's the grandma, and she was very involved in their lives in that way. I just trying to think of what it would take to be in someone's life for 20 plus years. And then because your relationship falls apart with the dad, you just like, no, hey, I hate that this happened, or I'm going to miss time with y'all, or I know this is weird, but this is goodbye. Like nothing, just.
Yeah, it's hard to understand.
I'm okay by it. It's just interesting behavior. Now that I'm an adult, what would I like? My boyfriend I just had for a year and a half, he had 3 kids, and I texted each of them individually after the breakup, and I wanted like, hey, I'm here if you need anything, and had good exchanges with them. Like, and that was just a boyfriend.
Do you think that experience with those kids makes that nerve a little touchier when you're talking about that? Your dad's ex-wife and you? Or did you always have those
maybe
feelings?
I think it was just I want to call it a point of contention, maybe. That's what's coming to my mind right now, but it was a friction with our dad of like him trying to constantly convince us that she wanted us around, and I kept thinking, no, she doesn't. Like, I don't.
Even as a kid you thought that?
Yeah, like there was just this, something's off, and I couldn't figure it out. Even though she did like themes. So I felt special.
Love the theme.
See that.
So like, okay, but that's how you think. You think presents, love, pretty, paper, theme, bows, like care, thoughtfulness. But that was her thing for everybody.
I'm
Anyway,
not trying
it doesn't matter.
to defend anyone, but it also could be like an embarrassment thing. With
I agree.
her.
Like, or just like.
Not that she didn't really love you guys, but maybe she's just embarrassed. I don't know.
Or she was so angry at my dad. I could see that where she's just like, peace out, I'm over this, which I understand. And emotionally, it's easier to just walk away and detach. And maybe she felt like, well, they don't really, maybe she felt from us, they don't really like me anyway either. So I'm just going to make it.
Or she was
easy and walk
inserting
away.
that your dad was poisoning the well with you guys to not like her because of what happened with him.
He never said anything.
But if you're her, you don't know what's happening in her mind, right?
Right.
But I understand the adulting, and then all of a sudden all these emotions come back because we have a baby now. As a matter of fact, before we started this podcast, I went and changed a diaper. Shout out me.
Oh, boy.
And then going like, man, how could like an adult person leave a baby?
Yeah.
Thinking about like my biological dad.
Yeah.
Like, how do you just leave a baby that you had? But then it is met with my biological dad when he had me was 17. My mom was younger than that. But he was also a kid. So, but there's like this new rawness in thinking about that. And my therapist had told me that too. You're going to go through stuff that you think you've gone through, but now that you have a kid, it's going to hit you in a weird way because you're going to go. So
Kids bring up a lot of work you realize you need to address if you're willing. Parenting will just do that.
amen. Right, everybody?
Amen, brother.
Freaking man.
Amen.
Oh, what is that? Amen. What are you singing?
that is,
Shabuzi, Jelly Roll?
No.
Jelly roll.
That's,
Shabuzi Jelly Roll?
Mm-mm.
Amen.
I don't know.
Do you remember the TV show Amen? About the church? It's a good one back in the day. I listened to a whole podcast on the flight home last night, just in general about TGIF.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, that was such
Would you guys pursue a podcast an hour long about TGIF?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Did they talk about the theme songs?
No, they didn't talk about the theme songs, but they talked about how they picked the lineup. They talked about shows coming in and out, what came later, why they started initially.
It's pretty cool.
It got all the way to Sabrina the Teenage Witch. She was 20 when she was playing that role.
And that was TGIF?
Yeah, near the end.
Wow.
And I like the show Dinosaurs and how Dinosaurs was doing so good in TGIF.
cool.
They moved it to Wednesday because it was always thought that Fridays were the days you just put your garbage because nobody was at home. But they found like this niche of families needing to watch shows together. And then they went into this whole part about Dinosaurs, the show, and not your mama. That was what the dad's name was, not your mama. And then, gotta love me, I'm the baby. Did you ever watch Dinosaurs?
Mm-mm.
I freaking loved it. So they moved it to Wednesday. It was a terrible move. They like bombed out on Wednesdays. Moved it back to Friday. Once it got back to Friday, nobody cared as much anymore. So it was canceled. And they talked about the final episode. And I didn't remember the final episode. Do you?
Mm-hmm.
They go extinct because of a winter storm.
No way.
And the winter storm is caused by the company the dad works for, that the whole time it's like they're like chopping down trees. It's like bad for the environment. And the winter storm comes and kills all the dinosaurs. So it's
Oh.
making like an environmental message at the same time. Then later it went into syndication, and they had shot like 8 or 9 episodes that never aired, and those debuted in syndication, but it wasn't after they were extinct. But I listened to this whole hour-long podcast about TGIF. I love it. I love that stuff.
Dinosaurs, does that live on a streaming?
Yeah, everything from TGIF is on Hulu. There's like
Is that right?
800 hours of shows on Hulu. They said this on the podcast, so
Okay.
this is not me being smart.
Because I've seen Full House. I've seen Family Matters up there. I've not seen dinosaurs up there.
The fun thing about Full House in this podcast was that was the first one. Obviously, they had put in John Poses, I think his name is the original Danny Tanner. They wanted Bob Saget. Bob Saget was on another show, couldn't get him, so they cast John Poses. And if you ever watched the original theme song of the pilot, it's him. It's not Bob Saget as the dad. It's weird to see. Even the whole first episode, you can watch it online. His name?
John Posey.
John Posey, thank you. And so after they shot it, they liked it. They're ready to go with it. But then Bob Saget was open. So the producers were like, I know we got the green light, but we still want Bob Saget. They fired John Posey.
Dang.
Bob Saget is the guy, right? Danny Tanner.
Yeah.
And then that show, bad ratings at first. It's the story of a lot of shows. Bad ratings and somebody who still believes in it. But they talked about how everybody was convinced that the breakout star of that show was going to be Stephanie Tanner because she had everything: timing, acting ability, comedy, able to memorize scripts and lines. And she thinks she was 8. And just unsuspected, it ended up being those babies.
Yeah, Little Michelle.
That their Q scores, the only television character, because obviously they're all characters, but I guess it could even be the actors, but mostly the characters at the time. The only characters that their Q score was worse than was Bill Cosby. He was number 1, the most loved person on television, period. Number 2 were the Olsen twins.
Wow. I think for them, it was their catchphrases that got me. Like a little baby going, "You got it, dude." Like, that was great.
Never watched dinosaurs, huh? Those
I mean, maybe.
those costumes were 9 feet tall, 5 feet wide, and they had a person in them and a person running the face with a different machine.
Wow. That's all on the podcast?
Probably. I don't think I would remember that. My retention probably wouldn't go to that. I'm sure it was.
And the same guy who did the baby is also Elmo.
Really?
Oh, they did sound kind of the same.
Kevin Clash.
Wow. Yeah, the dad's name was Not Your Mama. That was his whole name.
Hit him with the frying pan.
Yes. Gotta love me. I'm the baby. Episode 1, it breaks out of the egg. And it just starts.
That's what I remember.
It just starts talking immediately.
Yeah,
it's like
breaking out of the egg.
yeah, it's like pink or some.
Yeah.
My colors aren't the best, but man, that's and so why TGIF? They say ended because they also talked about the crossovers in it, where like Urkel would go to Full House and Urkel did Family Step by Step. Sorry, he did Full House and Step by Step, and in Step by Step he did the Urkel at the prom. The original, do the Urkel, do the Urkel. You know, grab your pants and pull them real high, and everybody ha 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 ha. Originally, that was on the rooftop at a party where they spiked the punch on Family Matters, and then he went and did the Urkel.
He's drunk.
On,
That's right.
on Step by Step, and they were talking about how they crossed over.
Wow.
It was so interesting to me. But Amy's listening to The Bachelor, people who gets conned into thinking they knock somebody up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you're listening
I'm listening to Not the Mama. Okay, we're going to get to this Co Wetzel podcast here. Our podcast. We are doing the podcast. This Co Wetzel interview that we did that was on this morning. Really like Co. I don't know. What else do I say? I really like Co.
Cool, dude.
Good enough?
Yeah.
Got a new album out. And here's Co Wetzel. Okay. We're now done. Hope everybody has a great weekend. Anything you want to say, Amy?
If you are looking for a podcast to listen to, Feeling Things with Amy and Kat.
There you go.
New episodes every Tuesday and Thursday.
Heck yeah.
So,
Heck yeah.
heck yeah.
I have Keenan Thompson on the Bobbycast from New York. The Martin Short clip that we posted yesterday, they wanted to collab on. I hate asking people to collab on stuff.
Who wanted to collab? Netflix?
Keenan.
Oh, Keenan.
Mm-hmm. They collabed on it.
That's cool.
He was like, Martin Short's awesome. He knows he's awesome. You'll see him like looking in the mirror. He's like, he's the funniest guy ever and the nicest guy, but he's like got this swagger about him. yeah, so that's up. If you want to watch it on Netflix or listen to the podcast on the Bobbycast, we will see you guys on Monday. You guys have an awesome weekend. Thank you for listening. And if you're a part 2er, we love you more. Bye, everybody.